Joe and Meeker are running late, and we've gotten full enough so that people have finally decided to brave sitting next to me. Your names, young man?
I'm Chris Benson.
And you?
Jonathan Benson.
Okay, so you're brothers.
Yeah.
All right, and I understand that both of you are undecided and are planning on voting in the Republican primary.
Yes.
Now, what are you looking for in a candidate, or what is it going to take to convince you? Are you down to like one or two people, or?
Yeah, I'm between Ron Paul and Mitt Romney right now.
Paul and Romney.
That's kind of where I'm at.
So you're both Paul and Romney. Now, what are the advantages to both candidates that you see? You don't see a lot. I don't see a lot of people Paul Romney.
Okay. I think. I don't want to say anything out of line, but
say what you think.
With Ron Paul, I tend to vote Democratic anyways. And there's a lot of things that the way he talks, I think he's the closest Democratic candidate the Republicans have. If that makes any sense.
In terms of civil liberties, I presume.
Yeah, especially civil liberties.
And yourself?
Well, I like his kind of pro-job background, Mitt Romney.
Yep.
But like I said, I do kind of vote Democratically also, so Ron Paul is kind of more towards the liberal side.
Now, have you attended any Romney or Paul events?
No. A little bit of a Romney event from the North Country. He just was visiting the town of Lancaster, so I've only met him there.
Okay, let me give you guys a heads up that Paul is supposed to be appearing in Hollis, New Hampshire tomorrow. I plan on covering that if you want to, I think the Big Red Barn or whatever that's called. So if you are looking to see a Paul event, that would be the place to go. I've also interviewed quite a few Paul supporters. Do you anticipate that you're going to wait until you actually see Representative Paul before you make up your mind, or will you go by what you've seen online and on the media?
Well, if I can't see him in person, of course I'm going to go by what I see in the media. But I'd like to see him in person. I'd like to see the character of the man.
And yourself?
I'm basically with him too. If I don't see him in person, it'll probably be one of those decisions I make when I walk into the voting booth.
Now, have you seen any of the other candidates?
No, I haven't. Not besides the debates. I mean,
all right. Now, have you tried to see any of the other candidates?
No.
They just they haven't come to UNH or anything where you are? Or?
I'm sure they have. I just with the recent finals and everything else going on.
So, hey, real life always takes precedence over this.
Get my head down.
Okay. All right. Well, let's play devil's advocate. I am Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
What do I have to say to you to get your vote?
For Mitt Romney?
If I'm Mitt Romney, what would you want to hear from Mitt to win your vote?
Well,
and knowing Mitt, he'd say what he wanted to hear if you told him, but
I don't know what he would say. I'd probably say, you know, if you're willing to apologize to those veterans you talked to that were those gay veterans in that restaurant, you remember that from the news? You went to a restaurant, saw some veterans, and said, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "What's important to you?" And they said, "Well, you know, how do you feel about gay marriage?" Because they were actually... Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're actually that way. And it seemed like he was insulting the veterans in a way. So if he could, you know, apologize to them, he'd probably get that vote.
All right. And yourself, or would you agree with that assessment?
I agree with him, but I guess I really don't have anything off the top of my head that he could really do to get me to go his way. All
right. Okay, now I'm Ron Paul. What do I have to say to you to win you over? Since you're considering Paul.
Probably hello and you want to get a beer. Yeah. Hey, buy me a beer, that would do it. But I was happy with
Stacey McCain could win your vote then. That's a whole other story.
I want to say it was the last Republican debate they had where he kind of took a lot of flack for his, I think it was his foreign policy.
Yep.
He talked about, and I really liked that. And I think if he stuck to that, I'd probably go his way.
All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for your time, and feel free to. I would appreciate, my email address is on my card. Feel free to email me with your final decision, or call up and talk on my radio show. I'm a person who actually endorsed Santorum 7 weeks ago, so you'll probably have some disagreements with me. Feel free to call and make your case. Thanks a lot, guys, and good luck with your final grades. I hope that works out for you. What are your majors?
Well, I'm a biochem PhD student.
Good man.
And English major.
All right. So my best of luck to both of you on your finals and beyond.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.